peoples of our world live their lives blessed by the powers of mana. To maintain that balance.
Visions of mana!
Let's get a nice little library set up the way I want it. Alright, I ran around collecting side quests. And collecting all the collection spots so we could just sort of get into the game today. So I've got a lot of side quests to do.
Let's plan our next move.
Let's ride, little one. Forward, not trusted steed. See you later. I'll bring you the rainbow in no time. Okie dokie. Want some more? Okay, who's next?
Hey, hello. How's it going? trying to find where this picture was captured for this picture quest.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's nice. Taking this. Well, it can't be from anywhere on ground level here, because that's too low for the shot. Just, I was definitely here before. Yeah, people who say that are just buzzkills in general. Alright, at the start of this quest, we learned that, the guy who's been doing the paintings that this lady's been having us find the spots for is actually her, father, who just sort of disappeared one day.
Come on, let's go do some more.
Actually, no, I should continue doing the quests in Critter Ridge if I haven't. That I am not going to be able to do yet. Alright, we summon the doggos,
Let's ride,
and
little one.
off we go.
Woo-hoo! Giddy up! Thanks, little one. We can take them on. What you got? Get it, babe.
Alright, when you chase the
Okie dokie.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
Why am I suddenly asleep?
Carry on from here. Hit look!
Guess it's my turn.
I will admit those enemies are kind of annoying.
I can't live without this thing.
They've got
Let's rest our feet a bit.
very quick and easy to get hit by sleep moves. Okay, now the guy from the bay wants me to get pincher crabs for his son. And they figure seeing a bunch of a bunch of ready to eat crabs will somehow fix that.
I'm coming.
Were there only jellyfish on this beach?
Woo! Giddy up! Forward, my trusty steed!
I think I won't just go bully enemies back in the start of the game for these quests game. If that's where I remember them spawning. We've got Frostbow. And Charred Passage. Yeah, this kid left town to try and make friends with some goblins he thought looked friendly.
Salamander candle. Roger that. That all we got?
Soul Guard's resolve never sways.
Let's ride, little one.
I'm one step closer to becoming a true Soul Guard.
Let's just step back, make sure there's not some follow-up quest from that kid. And that's why we check. Because look here, a follow-up quest.
Hi.
Oh no. No, that's... That is quite
Let's
specifically
use the Meridian to travel.
a sign that they are not pleased with your presence, sir. With rabbites. Not with real rabbits, but with rabbites.
Don't drop it now. Forward, my trusty steed.
little one. We owe you.
So, fun fact, this series has probably one of the most confusing first games ever. Because it's got completely different names.
Well, that was anticlimactic.
Because in Japan, it translates to Secret of Mana. In the US, it was Final Fantasy Adventure. And in Europe, it was Final Fantasy Mystic Quest Legends. The problem being, the reason that in Europe it was Final Fantasy Mystic Quest Legends is because basically the only Final Fantasy game Europe had gotten by that time was Final Fantasy Mystic Quest, which is one of the most, I'm gonna say, insulting games that has ever come out of Japan.
Helping out people in need can be so rewarding.
They basically went, our turn-based RPG games aren't really selling that well outside of Japan. Those silly, stupid idiots must be too dumb for our RPGs. So they made like the easiest RPG of all time that you don't even need to know how to, that you don't even need to actually know your numbers for to be able to play. And that was the first Final Fantasy game that Europe ever got. And it's basically just the creators of Final Fantasy being petty.
Let's rest our feet a bit. Time for a break.
Yeah, for some reason they didn't stop to think, maybe it's incessant meddling from Nintendo with Nintendo messing up our release orders and all of that. Blocking our games from other countries.
Helping out people in need can be so rewarding. Let's use the Meridian to travel.
What do you want, Dragon Lady?
Let's use the Meridian to travel. Let's plan our next move. It is kind of funny to think with Final Fantasy how the series in the span of like one game went from basically nobody knowing it outside of Japan to more or less shaping the entire next decade of video games. I'm one step closer to becoming a true Soul Guard. That was a great new experience.
It's all clear on that too.
Let's use the Meridian to travel.
Dura Gorge or the Kuwasa North. Looks like the Kuwasa Moors is the place to go. I recall seeing a fair amount of harpies, I think, in the area around the city ruins, but I could be wrong.
Don't drop it now.
You know, that's imps, isn't it? It's imps that live around here. There's some harpies.
We owe you.
If you're gonna face me, at least make it worth my while.
Okay, how many Harpy Downs do we need? 6. That's convenient.
Don't drop it now.
It's almost like the people who designed these 2 quests to become available at the same time actually knew what they were doing.
Forward, my trusty steed. See you later. Let's finish this lickety-split. All eyes on you. Elemental spirits, we need you. He'll eat punks like you for breakfast.
Now, I think there's another encounter with Harpies. Over in this area with all the pillars. Nope, I was wrong.
Thanks, little one. We owe you.
All eyes on you.
Soul Guard's resolve never swings.
Leave it to me. Ugh.
Persona.
Where are we heading next?
Let's head to Ilisana, turn these quests in.
Let's rest our feet a bit.
Is it these or is it just this quest? Yeah, just this quest.
Time for a break.
Because the other Ilisana quest is completely unreasonable, if you ask me. At least at the moment, it is completely unreasonable.
Right.
Okay, my controller's suddenly not working. Give me a sec. suddenly stopped reading inputs from my controller. Right now, my computer's gonna chug a little bit while it starts the game up, just starting this game up with this loading bar going for some reason is like the hardest shit.
Visions of Mana.
Let's try this again.
Helping out people in need can be so rewarding.
So I'm pretty sure he's gonna have like a whole quest line that I just missed the starting point of. $15. He wants 15 bomb powders. Dude, you're asking for the most MMO ass bullshit. 15, seriously. 1-5.
to next? Let's rest up.
I immediately knew where to go for that one. Ugh, that place.
Come on, let's go do some more. Oh, keep them coming. Ugh. I can't live without this thing.
With the chips.
Let's rest our feet a
They
bit.
aren't actually fucking chips. No, I will not drop that. Ever.
Let's ride, little one. Forward, my trusty steed. Woohoo! Giddy up!
Thanks, little one. We owe you.
Who wants some more? Salamando Candle. You've got a long way to go before you can challenge us.
I think I saw a lot of the pumpkins around here last time.
Oh, great. Oh, in no time. Who wants some more? Last one. Don't let it get away.
They were nothing but hot air.
Let's ride, little one.
We aren't gonna find any pumpkins down on the beach, I don't think. Harpies and imps, not the kind of enemies I was looking for.
Thanks, little one. We owe you.
Out of my way. Oh, what you got? Salamando Candle.
Got your back.
Keep them coming. Can't live without
And we should probably go make sure that child doesn't get murdered by monsters. Probably.
Let's rest our feet a bit.
For the rain. It was stolen.
Don't drop it now.
Oh Jesus, child got me very far.
If you're gonna face me, let's make it worth my while.
I feel like these are quests that were meant to be popping up earlier in the game, but just didn't for one reason or another.
Come on, let's go do some more.
I'm gonna be real, these don't actually look that bad. I mean, stat-wise, their magic attack is fucking terrible. But, like, visually, they ain't bad. They're not the spiked gloves, but they ain't bad.
Where are we heading next?
Where to next?
To Niccolo's.
Helping out people in need can be so rewarding.
I mean, that is his father, basically, that she was just heaping praise on. Okay, Nicola, you've probably got another one. Oh, this one starts the moment I approach it.
Where to next? Let's plan our next move. I can handle this alone.
Better get out that elemental vessel! Where are we heading next?
Where to next? That was a great new experience.
I'm definitely not just putting off visiting that town.
Let's use the Meridian to travel. Let's rest up.
You know, I kind of miss the days when old school RPGs all had like the cute mascot monster. Like the slime from Dragon Quest, the rabbit here.
This is for a nice warm.
I can't live without this thing.
And I do think the rabbits might be some of the cutest.
Let's use the Meridian to travel.
You're really just coming right at us.
What was that kid gonna attempt to do to us?
Helping out people in need can be so rewarding.
Alright, now let's just check to make sure that there's no follow-up. That's the term. Okay, no follow-up quest.
Let's rest up.
Which means we're off to the Free City. As they call it.
Oh. Helping out people in need can be so rewarding.
Okay, so our favorite artist lady. Was supposed to have gone here.
Let's use the Meridian to travel. Let's plan our next move.
They get distracted on the way here. Dated click. Crossing. No.
Let's
Shoot
rest
the
up.
crows from Arvet's pasture. We'll go do that.
Let's ride, little one. Woohoo! Giddy up! Forward, my trusty steed! Woohoo! Giddy up! See you later!
Wait, no, that's level 50 something.
Woo! Giddy up!
We ain't touching those.
Gotcha!
Thanks, little one. We owe you.
Get out of our way! It's just not your lucky day. Don't drop it now.
Thanks, little one. We owe you.
Wait, no, that was not the type of enemy I thought it was at a glance.
Let's ride, little one. Woohoo! Giddy up! Forward, my trusty steed! See you later! I'll breeze through these foes in no time. Salamendo! Golly, they were weak. Come on, let's go do some more.
Guides are looking for quests. And Cullen Famous. Dura Gorge. Or is it Jura Gorge? I don't know. Some words get weird with how you pronounce certain letters in them.
Time for a break. Oh yeah! I can't live without this thing. Time for a break.
That's that painter guy I randomly found getting attacked by monsters while playing yesterday. Not yesterday. before work today when I decided to run around and pick up all the random treasure and whatnot that the new element would let me unlock.
That felt good. I can't live without this thing. I can't live without this thing. Time for a break.
That wasn't like a thing preventing me from getting her quest, was it?
Taking this?
Oh, Vuskov! It's been too long, pal. Oh, so you know Vuskov too. We've met socially, but I never had a chance to hitch a ride on his back before.
Don't forget to hold on tight to the flag or you'll get tossed overboard!
He does swim sarcastically fast.
Where are we heading next?
Side quests in the deserts. Since when?
Huh?
Let's ride, little one. Forward, my trusty steed. Woohoo! Giddy up! Forward, my trusty steed.
So we'll start the one up here.
Woohoo! Giddy up!
Oh?
taking over.
Oh.
Come on, let's go do some more. Let's ride, little one. I sure sting like a bee. Don't drop it now. Really? If you're gonna face me, what Roger that. No bite.
Where are the real monsters at?
I can do this in my sleep.
I don't know, they're set to target other enemies, though. They're just still.
No bite. I may look like a flower, but I sure sting like a bee.
Just finding a way to be annoying, because that elemental vessel is just kind of annoying in the hands of an NPC.
There is so much I long to learn. About heroes, benevodons, even the very way of the world. I do find it difficult to admit my academic shortcomings.
It's thanks to your studies that you were able to lead your people from such a young age. Those years weren't wasted. Have more faith in yourself.
Morley, thank you for your words of wisdom.
Giddy up! Giddy up!
Yet we just so happen to have it. Incredibly old man in the body of a child in our party. By old, I mean like, has probably conversed with the mana goddess before levels of old.
Coming!
A bona fide geezer.
Oh, yeah!
Can
Let's ride!
find more bullets. It's just weird that they put him in a spot, giving that quest where there are seemingly none of the enemy he wants you to hunt. There was that encounter with the...
I've saved up quite a bit of lucre. Time for some new gear.
No. Not time for some new gear, I don't think.
Let's ride, little one. See you later.
See you later. I've saved up quite a bit of lucre. Time for some new gear.
Yes, game, I'm aware we're loaded. Oh, brain, what were we thinking to do? Okay, so I have no clue why she can sometimes just spam her elemental vessel with no problem.
Let's ride, little one. See you later. We don't have all day here. Let's wrap it up.
They were nothing but hot air.
Don't drop it now. See you later. Salamander candle.
I guess this means I've improved.
What, are we still one short? How are we still one short?
Let's ride, little one.
Thanks, little one. We owe you.
Last one. Don't let it get away.
Just so you're aware, enemies, yes, that beating was personal.
You're gonna face me. Once in a while. That on the shot.
That Delaforce was not someone to trifle with.
Yeah. This is the first time we've come across someone so powerful.
Remember that you don't have to face him alone. We're with you, Val.
Thanks, man. Your support means a lot.
Thank you. Let's rest our feet a bit.
Look at that! Figured y'all had reached the mana tree by now. What happened to that seed you were gonna use to climb the cliffs?
Oh, we fixed that problem ages ago. You should see the size of the stalk.
Good to hear it. But you picked a heck of a time to be visiting Guju, let me tell you. A big feller with a sword to match showed up with Auron in tow. Things don't look good.
Auron's alive?
For now. But he doesn't stand a chance against Delafos.
He's trying his best by my account. They're up there now by Liza's resting place. If she gets hit by a stray attack, well, let's just say you better get up there as quick as you can. I don't want any harm to come to either of them.
I don't know how strong Auron is, but I doubt he's stronger than Delafos.
And there's Liza's statue to worry about as well.
Welcome! Peruse at your leisure. Come back anytime. Welcome. All these goods are the cream of the crop. Take a look. Thank you for your purchase. Come back again sometime.
Alright, Delafos, that is a guy whose ass I have to kick that you're beating up over there.
Mana sword. I need it. I have to save Liza.
You are not worthy to be its master.
Oh no! Liza!
The rabble has returned, I see. The powers sealed within this land have returned to me. I have no more need of this place. Gareth, Avatar of Earth and Power, heed my summons. Destroy all that stands in your way, and live again!
Auron!
Fucking saving him.
My best moment. I was too desperate. Too selfish. Liza. I'm sorry. I only wanted to save you from all of this, but I failed. I wanted the power of the Mana Sword, so I could change this world. Val, I'm not asking for your forgiveness. Just remember the future we dreamed of. A world without sacrifices.
Auron? Core stones? But both of them. Core stones. Why do I always... Auron. Liza.
Gotta say, humans and the like are more tenacious than I thought. To go so far for the sake of others. Sproutlings are connected to our fellows in our environment, But I've never seen that kind of devotion in our tribe.
Orin may have been mistaken in the means of his undertaking, but his vision for a world without alms was not without merit.
Say what you want, but I'm never gonna forgive him for what he did to Hina.
I guess that things are never as cut and dried as you want them to be. And this coming from me, mind you. If we'd only been able to learn more about Orin's plan before all this. Well, no use crying over a spilt watering can. Now that we're here, it's basically up to us to figure out whether Orin had the right of it, or not.
You think he was telling the truth? About the Mana Sword having the power to change the world?
Beats me. I've never held a sword in my life, let alone a legendary one.
Oh, the one thing. Well, I can tell
Orin's
you.
gone.
Yes.
I have so many questions. There has to be more to this than we know. What he did was wrong, but I can't fault him for wanting to save someone.
I agree.
For now, let's go break the news to Watts about Liza and Orin. I promise, Orin. I'll remember, and I'll consider the vision you sacrificed yourself for.
Oh, and now we've had to break the news to Watts that, like, basically the last two people he knew were fucking dead. This ain't gonna be easy. Fortunately, I don't actually have to put it into words. The game will do it for me.
Did you find Orin? By the looks on your faces, I'm guessing.
Sorry. We were too late to save him. Or Liza.
Not your fault or responsibility. You tried your best, and I'm grateful for that. All I want to know is where that sword-wielded scum came from in the first place.
His name's Delafos, an ancient hero of legend.
Is it Benevodon
There's
time?
trouble a-brewing. The Benevodon's loose. We better
Fuck that, I wanna fight him.
here pronto.
Benevodon? It can't be! Not one of them legendary beasts!
Let me at it.
Yep, Gareth the Benevodon of Earth was sealed in these parts for thousands of years. Now that he's free, we're in for a bumpy ride.
We can't
Let me
let
at
Watts' home be destroyed. This village was special to Liza, and Orin too. We have to fight, everyone.
Let
Are you
me
with me?
at
I
him.
mean, sure, if you think we're up to fighting an all-powerful primordial monster.
Fucking
right
yeah,
now,
let's
there's
do
nobody
it.
else who can.
I ain't scared.
You're willing to fight the Benevodon for us?
We have to try. Do you know where we can find Gareth?
I spotted the Benevodon deep in the Zawak Desert near an abandoned boat from bygone days. It's called the Diluc.
A boat in the sand. Well, it'll give us a foothold in the shifting terrain at least.
With the seal broken and my powers being what they are, I'm easy pickings for a Benevodon. I know I've asked you for a lot already, but I'm begging you. Please save Goodju one more time.
We will. Let's head straight to the Diluc.
Perfect.
Benevodons might be too much for us, but we have to protect Goodju. Let's go.
Too much for us. I'm offended. Alright, it is time for us to fight us our first Benevodon.
After what Orin did and what he suffered, I don't know how I feel about him anymore. Sadness? Anger? What I do know is that he didn't deserve to be cut down like that.
It's so frustrating. I want to be mad, but my anger's mixed up in so many other emotions.
Maybe if we'd met earlier, things would have been different.
Let's ride, little one.
My impression of Orin was not favorable, even at the end. But I assume that Val holds many more memories of the man than I.
They were acquainted before I joined the pilgrimage. Now it's dealing with a lack of closure for the emotions Orin left behind.
Forward, my trusty steed! My guess is that's the boat we're looking for, the Dialogue.
Then that's where we'll find the Benevodon. Get ready for a fight.
We made it to the Dialogue.
There is nothing that seems as sinister as a Benevodon here.
Should we board and take a look?
How? Can Ramco give us a lift?
Ramco's still a baby. She can't carry us all.
Huh?
Oh.
Huh?
Ow. That's one way to board. There's nothing here.
Oh no. Something is here, alright? And it's a Benevodon. Gareth is coming! Take cover!
Watch my aim.
like to come back. Overshot by a mile. Dane, you wanna? Not. I got his health low enough for the finisher to kick in. 14,000. Okay, that's a lot.
We won, but...
Defeating them won't make them disappear. The Benevodons are part of nature, aspects of the elements.
What's this?
Huh?
Oh my. Do you suppose this light could be the Lumina Lantern? One of the elemental vessels?
How did it turn up here of all places?
The legends say the heroes sailed the world defeating Benevodons in each empire. This craft and its contents are most likely a relic from that era. The goddess bequeathed the vessels unto her champion in order to aid him on his mission to seal the monsters.
That makes it sound like the hero and goddess were on good terms back then, considering her gifts.
Something must have happened that turned him against the mana goddess.
Deilophos used the dialect to seal away the Benevodons originally. His loss is our gain. If he wants to throw away his elemental vessels, then I say we call dibs on him. Finders keepers, losers weepers.
That's such a weird phrase to hear coming out of that mouth.
Now what do we do? Even if we wanted to get Hina's Core Stone back, we don't know where Deilophos went.
If he's going around waking up sleeping Benevodons, maybe we can head him off. Ambush him?
The Benevodons seem to be sealed near the homelands of the Alms. There are 7 monsters left, so...
If you will permit a proposal. I know of someone stationed in the Lagrazzo Dark Archives who may be able to assist us. He is the most intelligent of all the students and scholars on the islet. His
and
name
then we get
is
the Dark
Aish,
Vessel.
Head curator of Lagrazzo.
The Dark Archives sound promising. We might even be in time to meet up with the newly appointed Alm of Darkness.
Thanks, Palomina. Lagrazzo is as good a place to start as any.
The Dark Archives are on the southern end of the Trinia continent, on Brazzo Island.
Sounds like we gotta give Vuskov another call. The northern coast should be a good place to pick out a tune on the fairy flute.
Okay, but I...
I almost forgot about the Alms
That
Fight in
is
Darkness.
cool.
Have they finally been appointed?
Usually they would have made it to the capital by this point in the pilgrimage, but...
Nothing about this journey has been following the norms. It's troubling.
Well, the people at Lagrazzo will probably know something.
Now, for part of the stream you've all been attending for, it's time to reveal the new classes for everyone.
Is this my new power?
Alright, I need to turn off the Guardian outfit.
This is just the beginning.
Ah, yeah, so these are both going to be staff classes for your boy Morley. Oh wow, a monocle. How fancy.
The spirits are calling to me.
Honestly, this looks like the class's default staff was built for, doesn't it? Like the white and gold color scheme, it just matches too well. Alright, and her last two classes are both going to be scythe classes.
I can aid my allies with this new strength.
Okay, we've got our two Mithril 1 classes here, so their last class, I believe, will be a Parasol class, while Val's last class will be a Greatsword class, and Karina's will be a Fist class.
Whoa, what's this new power?
I'm getting stronger day by day.
I mean, not necessarily who I wanted to get that for, but sure, I was gonna use a reset on you anyway.
Grotzo has the Dark Archives, which means there are lots of books there, right?
More than I have ever witnessed around the world. They say all knowledge is housed in its halls.
I hope we find more information about all this. And about Homestones.
Right!
I'll carry on from here.
Okay, I guess to be fair, I have not given Val's other weapon types much of a chance yet, but they just haven't been very appealing. Charged Y attack? Okay. He just gets Holy Bolt for getting a light class? That is crazy. Okay, now I wanted to check if Guju has any quests from its one inhabitant or no. Just refresh the 2 maps. See? Hey, Watts, what you need from me? Alright, village mobility. I'm sorry, I need to read that description again. Villager's Journal. Diary of someone who moved into the village. It has several notes about local festivals in it. That has got to be Liza's. Which means at the far end, we're probably going to find something from Orin. Oh wait, no, there appears to be other search points that are just not highlighted. Oh, now it shows it.
Taking this.
So is that once again, what was the... I have some ideas as to who some of those may belong to. Yep.
I'm one step closer to becoming a true Soul Guard.
The Vita bots, is this updated any?
Come back anytime.
No, it has not. It is funny, so whenever they show up, I'm now just conditioned to expect the boss fight. I've got some stuff to activate, so I'll cross here manually.
And off we go! Go faster! Grizzly! Thanks, little one. We owe you.
Have our day here? Let's wrap this up quick. I may look like a flower, but I sure sting like a bee. I could do this in my sleep. That's no fun. Roger that. It's just survival of the fittest. I don't make the rules.
We're actually just gonna stop right at the village. Okay, there is a town located.
It's so gloomy here. Feels like we're gonna get jumped by a ghost or something.
Could you not, Val?
It is not as grim as all that, I assure you. Brazzo Islet is known for its rolling fog. Not to worry, we will get acclimated to it accordingly.
Is that a menacing shadow I see in the mists?
Jure, stop fucking with people.
Please, creepy spooks and frightened mooks.
Is that necessary?
I mean, as I chided them for it, but it was kind of
The name
amusing.
does this place justice. It sure is dark. Where should we look for Aish? I guess in town is as good a place to start as any.
This is kind of exciting. This might be useful.
Taking this.
Got some syrup. Grizzly!
Taking this.
Alright, we got here by turtles, so we can actually...
Yes! Yes! Got some syrup.
So these must be the dark crystals.
Taking this.
Plural, crystals, not crystal.
This is kind of exciting. Nice!
I saw that. Thought you could hide from me.
Yes!
Like, I need to find 4 of them.
Taking this? Let me see. This might be useful. Let's plan our next move. Got some syrup. Taking this? Grizzly! Yes!
And got a bear exchange, and that is it for shots. Talk about die.
Taking this?
Just no shots.
Nice! Got some syrup. Yes! Yes! This is kind of exciting. Nice!
I was kinda hoping for like a dungeon, a map area, that kind of stuff around here. But I guess it kind of makes sense that I wouldn't get that since
Taking this?
I already found all 8 ancient ruins in the game. Which probably means there's 8 area maps that are not just dungeons.
Let me see. A rare item. Taking this? Yes! Let me see. This might be useful.
Dude, you're shoveling right into a tree root. You're not gonna get anywhere like that.
Hey!
I do think it's funny that we've effectively just been chasing this bottle around the world.
That was a great new experience. Let's plan our next move.
Alright, shots.
Peruse at your leisure. I seem you have a good... Happy doing business with you. I seem happy doing business with you. I see happy doing business with... I see happy doing business with... I see happy doing business with... I see happy doing business with you. I see happy doing business with... I see happy doing business with you. I see happy doing business with you. I see happy doing business. I see happy doing business with you. I see happy doing business with. I see happy doing business. I see happy doing business with you. I see happy doing business with you. Come back anytime. Welcome. All these goods are the cream of Take a base meal form your purchase. Take a look at base meal form your purchase. Take a base meal form. Take a base meal form your purchase. Take a base meal form your purchase. All these goods are the cream of the crop. Come back again sometime.
Let's check the body's full.
Babu, bada baba do bum. Dub, bubble bada. Dub 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 bada. Dada. Guda.
Pamail, welcome back to the archives.
Who are you?
Please, remain calm. I am pleased to see you in good spirits, as always, Master Aish.
Quite. After the appointment of the new Alm of Water, we received word from Niccolo that the party had to set off without the rest of the alms. As you may have surmised, the Alm of Darkness has not yet been named. I believe you all made the correct decision. That is, if I am indeed addressing the Alms and Soul Guard, I am Aish, head curator of these archives.
Why does your goggle only have one
If
gog?
it were not for the presence of your companion here, I might have remained in the stacks and missed your arrival completely.
Did you call her Pamail earlier? What is that, a nickname?
Oh, I assumed her fellow alms would be familiar with her alias. Palomina prefers to go by Pamail when visiting Legrazzo incognito.
Oh, you mean when you wear that outfit that fools no one?
Unfortunately, yes.
Nonsense. Your disguise fooled the majority of the scholars who live here. They were indubitably convinced of your humble origins.
You are too kind, but the affirmation is appreciated.
Well, if you two are friends, that makes this quicker. Can you help us find a way to deal with Deilephos?
Deilephos? Interesting. I did not expect to hear the name of such an ancient hero spoken under these circumstances. Tell me more. An unsettling predicament you find yourselves in, to be sure. Much as I would love to analyze your encounter in detail, I do not think we are afforded the luxury of time. We must now turn our attentions toward a way to successfully oppose Deilephos.
Great! Less small talk and more problem solving.
Forgive my directness, but are you perchance a Sproutling? Your garb and stature seem to suggest so.
Could be. Who's asking?
This is the first time I've observed a Sproutling up close. Our resources on the subject are limited. Might I convince you to submit a few tissue samples for further study?
Of
I'm
course.
kind of busy with this whole Delaphos problem. Maybe later?
I will take you up on that.
Whoa there, buddy.
Circling back to our previous discussion, I believe your best chance against Delaphos would be to set a trap meant to inflict harm and sap his power. Unfortunately, the creation of such things has long since been deemed dangerous, and knowledge thereof banned from general consumption.
Makes sense to outlaw things that hurt people.
You will find that it has taken quite some time for humanity to reach that same conclusion, I fear. Arvid's War comes to mind, the single longest and deadliest conflict in our history. The seemingly endless fighting only ceased when the Benevodon presence made itself known. The combat records of the time we have on file state that the Benevodon's anger itself was incited by the wanton consumption of mana power by the people of the world.
Oh, I get it. The scholars wanted to keep people from causing another war, so they banned the study of their most dangerous techniques.
As you say. But I digress. So goes the tale of how the legendary hero traversed the world, sealing away the Benevodons in each of the lands, as we currently understand it. Even here in Lagrazzo, we house a defeated Benevodon on the top tier of the Passagian Tome Spire, the Benevodon of Darkness, Zabelthar. After the
It would be
monsters were
very
sealed away,
weird to fight them
whispers of
so
curses
early.
swept through the lands, warnings of prophetic disasters should the Benevodons awaken. Darkness will deepen, breeding monsters in its wake. As foretold, the Tome Spire now teems with fearsome enemies. The forbidden scripture you now seek rests in the middle of their nest, inaccessible to all who value their lives.
But what are we gonna do?
We must beat Delaphos at his own game, of course. Fear not. I will see you to the Passagian Tome Spire myself.
Did Ace just say he was coming with us? Into a den of monsters?
Can't be. He must mean to see us to the entrance.
I would not
Aish is
be certain
certainly
of
interesting,
that.
but he does seem to want to help us get to the Tome Spire at least. This is kind of exciting. Is this?
Oh yeah, that's actually, from what I recall, a pretty powerful ability.
Taking this?
Can I? Nope. They glued those books together just in case you'd try.
Yes. Taking this? Yes. Taking this? Let me see. Nice! Yes!
Angles of everything in this building just bother me deeply on an emotional level.
This is kind of exciting. Nice!
It's not quite as bad as the chips in that one city.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I should use air quotes there because it wasn't a goddamn city.
This is kind of exciting. Is this?
We've restocked the stores of ink, but according to my notes, I am afraid that the structural support for the building must be replaced as well.
Already? How time flies. Since we replaced the posts on the same schedule as the Alms pilgrimage, without the fairy's arrival to remind us this year, we must have completely forgotten.
That's how you're propping up this place? Given the
That's
state
an
of the architecture
elemental
of Legrasso,
vessel.
I shouldn't be surprised. It's a little crooked.
How quick you are to judge. Every minute detail of these halls has been measured thoroughly for structural integrity. As such, even the slightest bit of negligence in the upkeep will cause the complete collapse of the building.
Then what are you doing? Get a replacement now!
The apprentice scribe was meant to acquire a suitable reinforcement, I believe. You should ask him. More importantly, am I in the presence of this year's Convoy of Alms?
Yes, indeed. Though they are currently lacking an Alm of Fire, the rest of them represent the Alms of Wind, the Moon, Water, and Wood.
Fascinating. An Alm of the Moon has not been designated for at least 16 years. We've sent several scribes to Aetern in the past to document the changes since its destruction.
I think those two got distracted.
What are we supposed to do about the building?
Honestly, I care more about Aisha's promise to show us to the Tome Spire.
You can't just let the building fall. I'll go ask the apprentice for starters.
We will accompany Aish, so as to attempt to extricate him from that animated exchange as soon as possible.
Hooray! We get to babysit the head curator of the Dark Archives.
Okay, if I were an apprentice scribe, where would I be? In the archives, I guess.
No, it's down, it says. No.
Excuse me, I'm supposed to ask you about a structural support for the courtyard? Can you help?
Support? I don't know if we have any replacements stored away.
Hang on, aren't you the one in charge of getting new ones?
I wasn't given any official requisition notice from management. Restocking these things takes time. I keep trying to tell them. Though, it is the scheduled maintenance period for the courtyard. The entire building could fall and crush the documents we have on file. There's a record of just such a tragedy in the past. A large number of tomes and the scholars in charge of them went missing after a freak accident. They were caught up in...
Oh no, I can't waste any more time. Forget about the history lesson. What can I do to help now?
Well, if you can find an object of equivalent length, I'm sure that will work. There has to be something here in the archives. Let's see here. The courtyard structure needs a post exactly 68.1 centimeters long. Thank you for taking the trouble to assist us. We hardly ever see such friendly visitors in Legrasso.
Friendly, huh? You don't have a lot of helpful neighbors here?
A hazard of Legrazzo's locale. This gloomy place doesn't lend itself to cheerful company, I'm afraid. I suppose a soul guard from Tiania such as yourself may be predisposed to helping people. Is it one of the criteria from which they decide who to send with the alms? Or maybe...
Not another long-winded tangent. I don't have time. Hold that thought. Gotta take care of a few things. Right, so if I were a building support, where would I be? Hey, mind if I take a look at your broom?
Oh ho! I see that you too are a connoisseur of sweeping implements. This broom here is over 400 years old, a favorite of one of the more famous Alms of Darkness.
Wow! How is something so old in such good condition?
Can't you guess? Not a single one of us scholars cares a whit for cleaning. Oh, we have not touched the broom for centuries.
So it's a decoration? Well, I'd love to get some use out of the thing, but it's too long.
A pity. It is a marvelous instrument.
Then maybe you should, you know, tidy up? What's that thing for?
You mean this wooden scoop? It's for water, of course.
Really? I think the ones in Tiania are different.
Yes, well, you have access to forges in Tiania, do you not? Metalcraft is far easier to come by in a town blessed by the powers of fire.
Oh, that makes sense. Other places don't use as many metal tools, huh?
I believe we have all learned something from this exchange. Speaking of which, have you need of this scoop?
Nah, I'm looking for something to use as a support post, but that's a little too short and flimsy.
How disappointing for you and the scoop.
You there, Sonny. Don't think I didn't see you eyeing this saw. It will cut just about anything, guaranteed.
Shouldn't you be a little more careful with it then?
Fear not. The scholars here are far too preoccupied by their studies to pay it any mind.
All the more reason to keep it out of reach. The saw looks like a useful tool, but not to shore up a building. It's too long.
Oh, I see. An interesting use for a saw. Unique, daring, I might say. Tell me, do you utilize sharp objects in all your pursuits?
I'm an adventurer,
No,
so yes.
I mean, sometimes, but no. Please put that away before someone gets hurt.
Of course, of course. All in good time.
A new face? Splendid! Me? Why, I'm Von Voyage, legendary inventor and eccentric genius. And this is my fork of unusual size. A giant's fork.
A what?
A giant! Large, hulking humanoid monsters, you know? You do know, don't you?
From storybooks like the ones that Hina used to read, but not as guests at the dinner table. I didn't think they'd need forks.
This is proof of the existence of giants. Or it might be an oversized tribute to the goddess. Or a fluke manufacturing accident. Whatever it is, it has great historical value.
I didn't realize it was such an important fork. Too bad, since it's the length we're looking for to shore up the building.
Why didn't you say so? It's yours!
But I can't use something of great historical value as a support post.
Never sacrifice the now for the sake of the past. What matters is providing for the future. Wouldn't you agree?
When you put it that way. Okay, I'll try it. All right, now to take this back to Aish.
If you can't tell, Von Voyage
Finally! This should be the perfect
is
size. Now to take it back to Aish. If he's finished with his conversation, that is.
basically a joke character version of Sid from Final Fantasy. He makes all the absolutely ridiculous, pointless, weird technology.
My word, Sproutlings are like nothing I've ever seen before. There is so much we could learn, so much we could study.
You said you're of a very advanced age, correct? The regenerative plant-like properties in your genetic makeup might have something to do with it. Or perhaps...
Oh, you're back! Finally!
Sorry, it took a while to find something usable.
The diminutive nature of Sproutlings might be an evolutionary means to conserve energy within a small frame, according to a treatise I read last year.
Val, you have the replacement, right? Tell me you found something.
It's not exactly what we wanted, but I found a giant's fork that could fit the bill.
Oh yes, the support! I nearly forgot about it yet again.
Do you mind? We were chronicling our newest discoveries on the growth cycles of Sproutlings.
keeping your city from crumbling is more important.
I suppose we might as well replace the support post now before we become even more distracted. Let's see.
God, but somehow it's even more ridiculous.
I must say. Make a note to replace this again exactly 1,460 days from now.
Val, in acknowledgement of your services to the archives, I would like to present you with the old support.
Support?
Thanks, but we don't need your leftover junk.
Goodness! I believe this item would be better identified as the elemental vessel, Shade Sight.
How fortunate! It appears that luck is on your side, Val.
They used an elemental vessel to prop up a structure?
We use the tools at our disposal to fix problems as they arise. But I digress. We are finished here, if I am not mistaken. Let us make our way to the Tome Spire, as promised.
I doubt that Aish and I will ever see eye to eye.
How do you manage to keep up with someone like Aish, Palomina?
We have been friends since our youth, and fellowship begets forgiveness. He has not changed.
So, you've known each other for a long time, then?
So, that's one more elemental vessel for us. Let's see what else Aish has to show us.
Or, since it's getting close to 1 a.m., I could see the new classes and then call it quits.
Sounds like we all had a tough time with this little adventure. Better gear up and make sure I'm ready to take on the Passagian Tome Spire. Let's plan our next move.
It's new class time.
I feel the power of the elements.
So this is the power of the spirits.
I'm eager to try out my new skills.
Is this proof of my new power?
feel stronger than ever.
Let's rest up.
Alright, it's about 1 a.m., so I'm gonna call it a stream. Have a good night, everybody.